Maggie and the Pirate by Ezra Keats. Maggie and her parents lived in an old bus, which they made into a home. Maggie was feeding Nicky, her pet cricket, when her mother called from across the river. Maggie, come over, please. I need some things from the grocery. Okay, Ma, we will be right there. Maggie paddled home. She hung Nicky's cage on a tree next to her house. Then she got her mother's shopping list and was off. Bye-bye, Nicky. Have a nice snooze, she called. On her way, she passed her friends. Hey, what a cage my pop built for Nicky, she yelled. Wow, are you lucky, called Paco. Can we see it? Sure, I will pick you up on my way home, said Maggie. On her way back, she picked up Paco and Katie. They helped her carry the groceries home. When they got to the tree, something was missing. The cage and Nicky were gone. Instead, there was a note. Pirate? Asked Katie. Yeah, who is the pirate? Paco asked. Maggie stared at the note in horror. Paco and Katie tried and tried to take her mind off Nicky, but it was no use. I miss Nicky, Maggie sighed, and that pirate, he won't know what to feed him. Nicky might starve. Maggie began tapping up the signs. What's so special about the cricket anyway? Asked Katie. I like him, that's what, answered Maggie. I'm going to find that pirate, shouted Maggie. We will come too, said Paco. But how will we know what he looks like? What if he's bigger than us? Whispered Katie. They started out. They looked and looked, but they couldn't find the pirate anywhere. It was getting dark. Her friends got tired and straggled behind. Maggie stopped and listened. Crickets were chirping in the night. I must find Nicky before it's too late, she said. Suddenly, she came upon a tree house she'd never seen before. She walked over softly, climbed up very quietly, and peeped in. It was the pirate's hideout, and there was the pirate holding Nicky's cage. Hey, I know you, and that's my cricket. Maggie dived into the treehouse. She scuffled with the pirate, trying with all her strength to get Nicky. Splash! The treehouse came loose and crashed into the water. Maggie sloshed around in the dark, searching for Nicky. She saw something familiar floating by. It was the cage. She fished it out and opened it. There was Nicky, but he didn't move. Nicky's dead. He drowned, Maggie cried. She ran off with Nicky, leaving the cage behind. Maggie! She heard her friends call. She saw Paco and Katie. They ran to her. We got lost, cried Paco. It's so dark. Wow, look at you. What happened? Did you find Nicky? Asked Katie. Maggie opened her hand and showed them. Poor Nicky, said Paco. Maggie told them everything that had happened. And the pirate is that new kid around here, she said. So he's the one, whispered Katie. They buried Nicky. Maggie wrote his name on a piece of wood and put it over the small grave. Paco picked some flowers and brought them over. Then they sang sad songs. Suddenly, the pirate appeared. Why did you do that? Asked Maggie. We never did anything to you. It was the cage. I wanted it real bad, said the pirate. I didn't mean for the cricket to die. My old man, he never makes anything for me. He doesn't ever talk to me." The pirate handed the cage to Maggie. She held it up. A beautiful sound came out. She looked in. There was a new cricket inside. They all sat down together. Nobody said anything. They listened to the new cricket singing. Crickets all around joined in.